Greetings from Christian News and Interviews. I've been wanting for a while to talk to you all about this metaverse that's coming. Couldn't talk to you about it because I hadn't had time to really sit down and find information about it. I've read many articles on it, couldn't find any that described it, explained it in a way that I could fully comprehend it, but I finally found one that's pretty close, and it's titled, Christians, Beware the Metaverse. So what I'd like for you to do is to grab some coffee or some tea or some juice or some water, sit down, chill out for a minute, and I'm going to share with you this article that I found on this coming metaverse, okay? So sit back, relax, put me on pause for a minute, go grab your coffee, your tea, your hot chocolate, your apple cider, whatever you're going to drink, and just sit back and chill for a minute. Okay, here goes. So this article is written by David Larson, and it's titled, Christians, Beware the Metaverse. I try my best to temper my tech skeptic instincts, but despite these efforts, I can't help but consider all the worst possibilities of the coming metaverse. In fact, the more I read about it, the more I think Christians should start preparing for it now, before we, along with our family and friends, are pulled into a life far from one God created for us. For those unaware of the metaverse, here are just a couple recent updates. This week, Facebook announced plans to change its name to Meta and rebrand itself as a metaverse company rather than a social media company, betting its future on the importance of this development. Facebook/Meta also announced that it is hiring 10,000 people in Europe alone to advance this project. And Epic Games announced they are putting $1 billion towards building the metaverse. So what exactly is the metaverse? In short, it will be the new version of the internet. Experts say it will not exactly replace the internet. It will just absorb it and take it to the next level. The Internet 3.0, according to Ronki Babajid, writing on Medium. Virtual reality and augmented reality will fully integrate with the world around us, they say. So we won't need to look down at screens all the time. If a friend wants to speak, now listen to this, everybody. If a friend wants to speak to us, we won't have to read a text or an email or speak on the phone. A digital version of them, like a Princess Leia hologram and Star Wars, will emerge and simply tell you the message they wanted to deliver. I want you to pause. Do you want a hologram appearing and talking to you? Does that sound normal to you? Let's keep going. If you're hungry, maybe a character from your favorite show, whatever those will look like, would pop up and suggest you get something from the new restaurant down the street. Pause. Do you want an entity? You can call it a character if you want. Popping up, giving you suggestions, talking to you? This is real. To navigate this world, each person, first of all, why do we need a second world? What's wrong with the world we're in? I'm very happy with the world that God created. I don't need a man-made world, do you? To navigate this world, each person will apparently need an avatar, a kind of digital representation of themselves. If you think the world has gone crazy with navel-gazing millennials self-actualizing by identifying as whatever feels right in the moment, wait until turning from a man to a woman or a man to a rabbit just takes a click of a button. rather than surgery and hormones. Wow, this is deep, y'all. This description is from October 22nd, Vanity Fair piece titled, "The Metaverse is About to Change Everything." Listen, everybody. You could imagine wearing your digital avatar out in the real world where other people who are wearing headsets see an augmented version of their reality, including you dressed up as your digital avatar, which could also change based on who is looking at you. Maybe you come across as a three-headed puppy with multicolored pigtails to your kids, but a professional in a suit to your coworkers. In this scenario, you could play a game of Pac-Man in the real world, running around trying to capture virtual coins that no one else can see, or evading multicolored ghosts who want to eat you alive. You could sit in a coffee shop in New York while a friend sits in a coffee shop in Paris and both have a real coffee together, even though you're not in the same place. You know what this is going to lead to? It's going to lead to a lot of schizophrenia. It's going to lead to a whole lot more manic depression. This is going to lead to a lot of insanity and a lot of people being killed. Because not only is this cutesy hologram inviting meta world of fantasies, not only is it going to be good for coffee, but it's going to be good for those who have violent tendencies. So you're going to see a lot of people getting hit with swords and everything else. You watch. The way you will be fed these images, sounds, and other input will at least initially be brought through headsets and glasses. Ray-Ban, in partnership with Facebook, has created Stories, a line of sunglasses that look just like their traditional lines, but can do many of the things the smartphone allows you to do, like take videos, talk on the phone, listen to music, and post things to social media. I think you get the point. What I am going to do is copy and paste this article in its entirety to this video because it's a long article. I'm going to let you read the duration of it for your own, but I've got you started. And I'm going to skip down towards the end. I'm going to read the last 3 paragraphs, but the parts that I skipped in the middle, you can read on your own, okay? If Christians want to continue to live in the world God created and do the work he sent us to do, we must consider the risk of handing over the reins of our daily experiences to these forces. There are some forces that are too strong for most people's wills to resist, like opioid or meth addictions. The old internet has been able to create multiple near irresistible forces: social media, streaming pornography, video games, etc. An enhanced, immersive super internet would undoubtedly have the power to absorb entire lives into a world of distractions that people will not be strong enough to pull away from. Think of what the updated version of pornography would be like, or probably don't, if the consumer is fully immersed in an experience indistinguishable from reality. And then I'm going to skip down to the last paragraph. Before the metaverse fully emerges, like the next decade, some serious, prayerful discerning is necessary on whether or not, or to what degree, we should enter it. Because while we may gain an endlessly fascinating digital world, we could also lose our very souls. Stay tuned.